I wanted to show you how I made this Versace perfume commercial. So here we are in After Effects, and this is the original shot. Basically it comes down super slow. We shot it in 5K, I think at maybe 150 frames per second. So this whole shot is about 1.5 minutes, but it's sped up in the final to fit in 30 seconds. So you can see here the very faded tracking marks that I used to track the background. We found Natalie, our model. She was runners-up on season 8, I think, of America's Next Top Model with Tyra Banks, and she did a great job. The biggest change to modifying this spot is to add a optical flare that grows behind her, that kind of fills everything around her and makes it a lot more interesting. I ended up using the roto brush in After Effects to rotoscope her out from the background. You may be thinking, why didn't I just shoot this on a green screen? It doesn't matter too much because I had to make a mask around all of her anyway for the optical flare, so I could control how it sort of bled into her skin. Red let us use an entire Red Epic package for free because they liked the concept of this perfume spec. I got the President of Red's attention, I guess, with that April Fool's video, RH1 series lens video that actually tricked him. He sent me an email saying that he was excited to talk to me about the lens, which I had to write him back and tell him that it was not real, and he sort of got a chuckle out of it and was nice enough to let me use this package, which was so awesome because we shot the whole thing in 5K, super slow motion, I think it was 150 frames per second, but you can shoot it at 3K at slower than that. I think 300 frames per second is the max. In the very beginning I used particular, trap code particular, to make sort of floating flower petals slash pink glowy bright crystal things. It kind of looks like snow. Because I tracked the background with those tracking marks is why it looks like it's part of the scene. I used Andrew Kramer's crystal orb tutorial to make these wafty. To me it almost seems like an old Disney movie, the way that they sort of animate in. It's kind of like old, it's like Disney animated smoke almost. I added one last layer here that just blurs the edges of the scene. We shot a separate plate with a bunch of white rope lights, and the rope lights were connected to a dimmer so that we could kind of play with it and kind of experiment. It was Eduardo, the DP's idea, and I have to admit I was pretty skeptical at first because I didn't know. It's like, how in the world can you make rope lights look cool? Apparently you can. You just have to make it go through 2 layers of diffusion, and it looks amazing. That helped a ton, basically driving the flare that comes up, because otherwise it would just be a big white ball. But because we had this growing brighter rope lights behind it, it kind of makes it into a more spidery, fluid looking thing. You can see the horn-like stuff coming out of the top. As it gets later in the spot, I added a bunch of different plates like gold dust falling, and also these out of focus little, I guess, light effects come in and out, just to make everything feel a little more diamondy. And then there's this, near the very end, kind of superimposed, spins in a, what is a giant diamond. You can kind of see the shapes form over her head. And then eventually we fade into the bottle of perfume that I shot in my apartment in front of some plexiglass, white plexiglass. After shooting for an hour, I realized that the bottle still had its little straw in it, and it was covering the Versace logo, so I had to figure out how to open the bottle without breaking it and snip the perfume straw out and then shoot it again. But I also purchased this $8 turntable on Amazon that I guess is meant for trophy cases, and that's how I shot it, sort of spinning in. So that's it. I hope you liked the video, and leave a comment if you want to know anything else. Please subscribe to this channel, Robinson Hope, Picture Hot 2, and I'll see you next time.